Welcome to Codex, a history of video games. I'm Mike Coletta.
And I am Tyler Osby.
And today we're going to be talking about games for the Wii U. And Tyler's going to take the lead on this one, but to sum it all up, there's not a lot of games.
It's not a lot. There's a reason why it's not made anymore, only a few years after it came out, and there's a reason why nobody bought it, and it's because there were not a lot of games. That doesn't mean there weren't any good games. There were a few good games, and if you got a good deal on a Wii U, you should definitely pick it up because games are cheap right now. But it's like in true Nintendo fashion, a large portion of the best games on the Wii U were made by Nintendo. So
yeah, also I feel like in comparison to our other game episodes where they sometimes go over an hour, don't think this one's going to be doing that today, folks. Sorry.
Oh, well, it depends on how sidetracked we get talking about some of these games, because somebody's looking at their podcast app right now and saying, this episode is 3 hours long. You guys were wrong.
Yeah, like this guy is a ding-dong. And when I say this guy, I mean Mike, the host.
Specifically.
Of Codex, History of Video Games. All right. Do you want to get started on this one?
Let's roll in here. So, so the first game on the list here is New Super Mario U, which has a remake for the Switch. So a lot of these games, you'll notice a trend of either a sequel or a remake having been made for the Switch, because there are some good games, and it's a shame that people didn't get to play them all. So New Super Mario U is a classic New Super Mario Bros. Game. It brings back the 4-player simultaneous co-op from New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which is an awesome version of New Super Mario Bros. But New Super Mario Bros. U added some really cool gamepad features for a 5th player. So a 5th player could pick up the gamepad, and using the touchscreen, they could draw like clouds that people could walk on, or that could be like walls. So you could really mess your friends up, or you can help them get to secrets. You could also tap on enemies to stun them. It was a really cool way to get like a 5th person in the game in a way that's different from what everybody else is playing. So that was really fun.
How come I never heard of this? This sounds awesome.
Because nobody played the Wii U. Ain't got no games.
That's true. Man, that sounds like a really cool feature, because you sometimes do have like the 5th person that has to sit out or wait their turn. And this is really awesome.
And I'm pretty sure the Switch version doesn't have that because it doesn't have the gamepad stuff going on. So, yeah. It's too bad. This version also added the flying squirrel suit, which is kind of similar to the cape from Super Mario World, but less flighty and more of the gliding stuff from the cape. This whole game actually reminds me a lot of Super Mario World, because like the overworld is also like kind of one big connected map instead of like discrete maps like in Super Mario Brothers 3. It's really fun. It operates on the standard Mario. Do 4 levels in a castle, do 4 more levels in another castle until you've beat all of the Koopa kids, and then you beat Bowser, and it's all great. It did get an expansion called New Super Luigi U, which came out during Nintendo's Year of Luigi, which I want to say was like 2013, when they were really giving Luigi some love. So he's got his whole game here, and so you play these levels as Luigi, and they're very hard and very fun. They are also included in the deluxe version for the Switch. So
hey, Tyler,
you get the whole game. Yeah.
Have they announced the Year of Waluigi yet, or is it just never going to happen for that guy, you think?
I don't know. I think it might never happen.
Oh, man. I hope what they're doing is they're just making it seem like it's never going to happen, and then it's like kind of like in pro wrestling where they make you think they're really going to not listen to the crowd, and then they turn and you're like, what, Waluigi? Superstar Switch is coming out? I don't know. I'm just making up names for games.
Oh, man. I would totally play that game. I got to a boss in Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle that is a rabbit version of Waluigi. And when I say rabbit, I don't mean like has rabies. I mean like is the rabbit characters that are Ubisoft's. I keep saying that like when I talk about this game to people, I'm like, oh yeah. And then you get to play as Rabbid Yoshi and you're like, what? Yoshi has rabies?
Yeah,
anyway, got sidetracked.
A rabid Waluigi would be terrifying. That's the stuff nightmares are made out of.
Anyway, got sidetracked. Next game on the list, Mario Kart 8. It's more Mario Kart. I don't know what you want from me. It's great. It's got a whole bunch of new tracks. It's got a whole bunch of old tracks from all of the games, Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, Wii. It's got them all. It's even got tracks from like Mario Kart Super Circuit and Mario Kart 7, which was on 3DS. It's great. It also has a deluxe version on the Switch, which has everything that this game has and probably some extra stuff too. It has some cool online features. I know the original New Super Mario or Mario Kart Wii had some online features, but Mario Kart 8 had some really fun online features. I think you can still play it online as far as I know, but it's on the Switch.
I think that my favorite part about this episode so far is we've hit the point where we've talked about Mario Kart again, and you're like, what do you want from me? What do you want? This is it.
It's more Mario Kart. This one does have sections of tracks where you like go your cart, like the wheels fold up and it becomes like a hovercraft and you can float on the walls and stuff. And in those sections, if you crash into other people, you get a speed boost.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Anything that gave you a little speed boost, like when it had the drafting mechanic. What game was that introduced? That was like the Wii one, I think.
Drifting is in 64 for sure.
I mean, like the drafting thing where you're behind someone and then you pass.
Yeah, drafting.
Is that?
Yeah,
that's
I think
the
that was Wii. I think that was the Wii one. Yeah,
that was super cool.
Yeah. So more
Soup's
Mario
totes
Kart.
into it.
Yeah. The next game on the list is a new franchise for Nintendo, or it was a new franchise, so this was all brand new. It was called Splatoon, and you play as a kid who is also a squid, and the whole goal is like a competitive shooter for kids. So you have like an ink gun, and the whole goal is to like cover the whole map in your team's color ink, and you can also cover your enemies in ink, and then they like, I don't know, explode or something, but they don't die because it's a kid's game. And you can turn into a squid and swim through your own ink color. So it's like a speed boost, but it also refills your ink ammo. It's very fun. Also has a sequel on the Switch that's also very fun. I didn't play too much of this game on the Wii U, so I can't really say much more about it, but it has really robust online modes and is just in general a lot of fun.
I will say it's super popular. Like, especially Splatoon 2. It's got a big following on Instagram, and like people are really into it. I think it's also definitely a shooter for the youth, the kids, you know, and they're really into it and they take it very seriously. And I like that. And they have like cool, like the character modeling, like the art style is really cool too. I'm really into it. It's real neat.
Yeah, and the kids in Smash Bros now, so get that cross promotion going on.
Oh, they are? Their Splatoon kids are in Smash Bros?
Yep.
I haven't played the new Smash Bros, so I don't know these things. I just feel lost.
I haven't played it either. I do remember the ad campaign for Splatoon it had a song where it was like about being a kid and a squid. It's like, I'm a kid now, I'm a squid now. I'm a kid, I'm a squid, I'm a kid now. It's very funny.
That was very good. I think it sounded like I turned on that music just now. It didn't even sound like it was
so I actually
you.
sang the song for the commercial, so I just wanted to give myself a little plug.
You know,
there.
you got to get your art out there so people know
That's
to hire
right.
you. That you could hire you hire Tyler for all your E-rated video game soundtrack needs. Okay,
kids and squids.
Kids and squids only. All right.
I have a very narrow subject expertise
that's
of which I sing about, and it's kids and squids.
Kids, squids, and ska. Those are the three things that Tyler knows. All right. The next game when I heard they were making this, I'm like, how have they not made this before? Like, this is such a good idea. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I'll just say it. Super Mario Maker.
Yeah.
This game, I watched so many YouTube videos of crazy levels people have made for this game. Never played it. Just watch the levels, because the levels are insane.
I remember like when the 64 disk drive was a thing that was still going to be coming out, and like one of the selling points was like, you'll be able to make your own games and your own levels and your own Mario games, and everybody was like, what? Making your own levels? That sounds awesome. That's what this game is. Super Mario Maker. You can make your own Mario levels, and you can do it in a bunch of different themes. So you've got like original NES graphics, Super Mario World graphics. I think you can do it in new Super Mario graphics also. It's very cool. Making your own Mario games. There's another one coming out for the Switch as well, and they made one for the 3DS.
Oh yeah, the thing that I like about this a lot too is one of the levels I watched. It was, and I think there's a lot of them out like this now, but it looks so terrifying, like this lava and bullets and stuff flying everywhere. But it's timed out that if you don't move Mario at all, you'll beat it. It's like one of those things where it's just all there to scare you, and if you just, as long as you keep Mario perfectly still and don't move him at all, you'll win and beat the level.
Wow.
Which I think
that's
is
funny. They
funny.
didn't say that, right? So it's like people are trying to beat it and then discover it later. That's funny.
And they just find out later that you just got to stand perfectly still. I think it's, and he'll like bounce on balls, like cannonballs that come by and stuff like that. It's great.
Yeah. That's awesome. The next game on the list is not really a Wii U game originally. It was a GameCube game, but they did make a really sweet Wind Waker remake for the Wii U, Wind Waker HD, where the graphics are awesome, full 1080p. Game looks great, and they upgraded everything about it. It's mostly the same game as Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker, all cel-shaded and stuff, except they added in a sail for the boat that makes you go like twice as fast, which makes some of those longer sailing sessions a little bit more palatable. Yeah.
So I never played Wind Waker. Was that like a big part of it? Was the actual sailing part between destinations?
Yeah, it was really fun. The sailing was good. Before you get the warping mechanism, there are a couple of moments where you feel like, okay, I've sailed this like section of ocean enough that like, and it takes like 2 minutes and I'm just really bored of it now. So having this like kind of faster sail means you still got to do the sailing and it's still fun, but it's just like, it makes it go by a little bit quicker. It makes it a little bit less grating. Not that it was ever really bad. It's just like, that's really the one thing that they could have done to make it better, and they did it. So
nice. Well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I again, this is I got a GameCube, as you all know. I got one for free, trying to find a copy of the Wind Waker. That's what I'm doing right now. And it's hard. It's hard to find one that's not super expensive.
Yeah, because people hang on to their copies of that game.
Yeah, I mean it's a big. I think when it came out, I think it wasn't like a hit right away, but then people realized how good it was kind of a little after, right? It was like one of those style games, or was it a big hit up front? I mean,
I think any Zelda game is gonna do okay in the start. It definitely had some weirdness around the art style that people were like, I don't even want to try it. And then the people who were like, whatever, I'll buy every Zelda game, were like, nope, this is great. It's another Zelda game. Super awesome.
Nice. Speaking of another Zelda game.
Yeah, another Zelda game remake, Twilight Princess HD, is a remake of both the Wii version and the GameCube version. So if you play on regular mode, you play left-handed Link. It's basically the same game as what you played on GameCube, except it's widescreen, and a few other things are changed. They probably fix some bugs and stuff. But if you play on hero mode, you go back to right-handed Link. The whole game is flipped, like on the Wii, and you're playing in super hard challenge mode now, where you take double damage, and hearts I think don't come from enemies anymore. You can't get hearts from enemies, which is really really hard.
So how do you heal?
Well,
you just have to find the hearts in the chests.
Yeah, or you just have to, not take damage. I think
you have to get good. That's what you got to do. You got to get good.
You got to get good. Yeah.
Oh man.
If you need to heal, you have already failed. I think is kind of the thought process there.
Actually, the game ends if you die, and it's just like, game's hard, bro. That's all it says in the screen.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh man.
Dang it.
Dang.
The Zelda roguelike.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah. They actually make, you could do for emulators now, like a randomizer where it randomizes all of the weapons in all the dungeons. So you have to know the game really, really well so that you can like, oh, now I have this weapon. I can go do this thing. It's cool.
Oh, that's real cool. So like this is for Zelda, right? Yeah.
They make them. I'm pretty sure they make them for the original, for Link to the Past, and for Ocarina of Time now. Randomizers.
Oh. Man,
anyway, this is a tangent.
The mod community, though, and the emulate, like that's so cool. The people are doing that, to switch things up for people. That's great.
Yeah, so I need to try the Ocarina of Time one, because I think I know that game well enough that I could probably make it work.
Oh, yeah. That's the one that you've beaten multiple times, right? That you love.
Oh, yeah. I beat Ocarina of Time countless times, so I think I could do it.
You are a hero.
Indeed. The next game on our Wii U list is my personal favorite Wii U game, Super Mario 3D World. And I think we've talked about this before, because I always say it's my favorite Mario game. It is the perfect blend of 3D platforming, but it also has the goal of reaching the end of the level. So it's like an entire game of Bowser levels from Mario 64, or those flood levels, or the floodless levels where they take your backpack away from you in Mario Sunshine. It's so much fun because it's not open world like Mario 64 or like Mario Odyssey or Super Mario Sunshine, where you got to like run to a location and pick up a star. It's just like, it's straight up get to the end of the level, and there's all kinds of obstacles in the way, of course, and stuff to pick up along the way. It's got all the best power-ups too. Tanuki Mario is back. Boomerang Mario is great. Propeller Head Mario is awesome. And it has the best Mario power-up of all time, which is Cat Mario. You can be Cat Mario in this game. You can climb on walls. You can claw your enemies. It is adorable, and he is clearly the best Mario.
I didn't know Cat Mario existed. I'm about to Google Cat Mario right now.
Yep. and he's in Super Mario 3D World. He's the best. This game gets super hard towards the end, and then after you beat it, you're like, oh man, that was really hard. Then there's like a whole nother game of even harder levels, and I couldn't even beat the first one after I beat the game. I was like, I can't do this. This is too hard.
So is this game only for Wii U? It never came out for Switch?
Yeah, it never came out for Switch. Must you remind me?
Why? And this game seems like amazing, you know?
It is truly awesome. I think they'll eventually remake it for the Switch.
Oh, it's got it. I also am just reading the Wikipedia page, and it says Bowser uses a Super Bell to become Meowser, and this is the greatest game ever made I've ever heard.
That's what the Wikipedia article says because it's objectively true.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, oh, and this Cat Peach. Oh, so they're just making cat versions of all the stuff. Yeah. I love it.
So when you pick up the bell power up, you get a little cat.
I mean, that makes sense, because I don't want to do like a can of tuna. It's too forceful.
Cat Mario does kind of make the game a little bit easier because you can like climb walls and stuff. So there are people who don't like the cat suit just because it is kind of an easy mode. But I love it, and I think this is the best Mario.
I think you got to get we've already had like the Fire Flower, all that stuff has been around forever. So the more power ups, the better. Can you turn the Tanuki suit? Can it turn you into a statue like it did in Mario 3?
I think there's a special cat power up that does that, but it's not part of the Tanuki suit, if I remember correctly. But it's been a while since I played that game.
Interesting. I like that. I like this a lot. Now I need to get a Wii U just to play this game. Now that this Cat Mario. Yep. Now that I know that exists.
Yep. It's time. Next game on the list, Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. This game also came out at the same time on the 3DS. As far as I know, they're pretty much the same game. But Super Smash Brothers Wii U was finally a Smash game worthy of succeeding Smash Bros. Melee, because when Brawl came out, as far as the competitive community was concerned, it was not that great. They did some weird stuff that made it, like, I guess, not good for competitive Smash Bros. I'm not a competitive Smash player, so I don't really know a whole lot about it. But new Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, new Super Smash Bros. Yeah, Smash 4, I think is kind of what the community calls it now, Smash 4. It's more Smash Brothers. I mean, if you like Smash Brothers, there's more. I don't know what you want. Same as Mario Kart. Just keep punching your friends.
Hey, we heard
Smash
you like Smash Brothers, so you put some Smash Brothers on your Smash Brothers, so you could smash while you Smash Brother. Smash Brothers.
That's right. You can play 8 players in this mode, and the way you do that, you could play out to 8 players, and they can be all different controllers. And they also released a USB GameCube adapter. So you plug that bad boy into your Wii U and you got 4 GameCube ports. Now, if you wanted 8 GameCube ports, you plug another one of those bad boys into your Wii U and you got 8 GameCube ports, and you can play Smash Brothers with 8 of your friends, all on the superior GameCube controller. Wow.
That's
also, the Pro Controller is really good.
I'm real into that. The Pro Controller is good. Is the Pro Controller considered still a GameCube controller, or is that like the Wii U Pro Controller?
No, it's the Wii U Pro Controller.
Oh, I like it. I didn't know they had 8-player Smash. There's the best part about this that I'm hearing is a lot of these games have 3DS versions, so I can play the 3DS version to kind of get a feel of what it's like without having to purchase a Wii U.
Yep.
Those are also still kind of expensive.
I was bummed that they removed or they did not include a new Subspace Emissary, which was my favorite part of Smash Bros. Brawl. It was like a single-player kind of Smash Bros. Sort of adventure mode, and they just didn't have it in Smash Bros. For the Wii U. So I played my fill of that game with some friends, and like I said, I'm not a competitive Smash Bros. Player. I'm not trying to get good at Smash Bros. So I kind of got my laughs out of that game, and I have not purchased Super Smash Bros. Ultimate yet, though it does have a single-player mode, so I might check that out.
Smash is just a fun game in general. But yeah, I don't know. I think as a kid, I could just play against the computer and be perfectly satisfied. And I don't know if I have that sort of attention span now as an adult. So where I just turn bots on the N64 mode, be like, this is good. Yeah, and now I'm
turn them to level 9 and
and just see what happens.
This one also had the create a fighter mode, where you could use your Mii, like your face, and make a fighter, and they had a couple of different archetypes, and you could get all kinds of cool accessories for them and stuff like that. That was really fun. And it also had amiibo support, so you could scan amiibos to unlock characters and to unlock like skins for the characters.
Is there amiibo support on Switch? There is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty much all of them have amiibos now, like all the new things, because you can do it on a 3DS too, can't you?
Yes, you can. Yeah, Nintendo has gone all in on amiibos.
I kind of want to get some now that I have my 2DS. I could get a fun little amiibo guy, a Pokemon of some kind.
I have a couple of amiibos. I've got a Mario one. I got a whole bunch of Link ones because you get cool stuff for scanning them in Breath of the Wild. I also have my Cloud Strife ones because this game had Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII.
Whoa.
Which is great.
Is he in Ultimate as well? He is, right?
He is. Yeah, all of them are in Ultimate.
Because every single Smash.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah. So if you like Smash Bros., Smash 4 is fine. If you like Smash Bros., though, you're probably playing Smash Bros. Ultimate right now. Yeah. Next game on the list is another one that I have not played, but I think is worth talking about because it's an exclusive published by Nintendo, developed by Platinum Games, The Wonderful 101. Has you play as a bunch of superheroes, which are called the Wonderful 100. So the last one is you. You're the one. Wonderful
I'm the
100. One? You're the one. Yeah.
I'm special? That's all I've been waiting to hear this whole podcast.
Yep. You control a whole bunch of these superheroes. You go around saving people, and it's really like flashy and fun. And it kind of reminds me of like a kid playing with their action figures, with all their superheroes from different stuff. Yeah, it looks really fun. It's by the same people that made Okami and Beautiful Joe, so that's very stylized. It's very pretty to look at. It's one of the few games that I would say is like worth buying a Wii U for, probably. I don't know about worth, but like it is only on the Wii U, and there's, as far as we know, no real plans to bring it to the Switch. Although he did make one of the guys that worked on this did make plans like for how they would bring it to the Switch, but I don't know if they're actually going to do it or not.
Yeah,
so
this looks
for now,
really
this
cool.
is the only way to play it. So yeah, it's really cool. I watched some videos of it earlier. It looks fun.
Oh man. Well, the next one's about to get scary. You ready to get scared, Tyler?
Yeah.
I'm ready to get scared. All right. Zombie U. Ooh. Why?
Yeah.
Why do we need to have zombies and everything?
I don't know. It says the only true third-party game on this list. Everything that we have talked about here was either developed or published by Nintendo.
Wow.
So, yeah. Zombie U is like a first-person kind of survival horror game, which was developed and published by Ubisoft. It takes place in London, and it does some cool stuff with the gamepad. You manage your inventory with the gamepad. You see the map, general like second screen stuff that happens on the gamepad. But you can also move your gamepad around and scan for items using the touchscreen. So you can like spin around in your room, and you definitely look super cool doing it. Yeah, it was. I think the reason people talked about it was because it was either a launch title or it was very close to launch, and it was one of the only like mature rated games on the system. So people were like, "Oh, this is the one for grown-ups, and it's about zombies." And this was at the height of zombies being cool. So
yeah,
they re-released this game later on like PC and on Xbox and PlayStation and they just called it Zombie, and they got rid of the gamepad stuff. So
what was the gamepad stuff like? I'm assuming it had like a map and stuff like when you're playing on your TV or something like that, right?
Yeah,
or your inventory or something.
Yep.
Oh man,
Both
it's kind of crazy
things.
to have a real survival horror game on a Nintendo. A mature survival horror game. That's great.
Yeah,
I had no idea this came out, so that's awesome.
Yeah, it was not great, but it was a game, and I think it was worth mentioning because it was one of the few like M-rated games on the platform. So.
Oh yeah, Metacritic said it was, quote, generally favorable.
Generally favorable.
Yeah, which is weird because it says GameSpot gave it a 4 out of 10 for the Wii U edition, but Eurogamer gave it a 9 out of 10. It's like
because it took place in London, they're biased.
Oh yeah, see, it just like the Wii U version went as low as 4 and as high as 9, or excuse me, as high as 9.2 from that was official Nintendo magazine. That's one thing that I like that games can be divisive like that. I think it should be that way for all reviews, because then you get the good and the bad all mixed in, and you can decide for yourself.
Yeah, I think it did okay for itself. People generally liked it. Generally favorable. Now we're kind of up to our last game here. I'm sure there's plenty of awesome games that I don't even think about when it comes to this platform, so you should definitely drop us a line here. But the last game on the list here is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yeah. So wait, did it come out on Switch first?
I think it was the same day. They were very close to each other.
Okay.
Yeah. They were very, very close to each other. This game was clearly like a Wii U game that got ported to the Switch, similar to how Twilight Princess was going to be a GameCube game, but then it was kind of being released around the same time the Wii came out, and it was like, oh, this will be weird to have a Zelda game come out when the Wii is out, but on the GameCube. So they did the dual platform release where they launched Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, and they launched it on the Switch. And the Wii U version is great. It's the exact same game. There's really no difference at all. For any of it. I think you can do some inventory management on the gamepad, which is kind of neat. I think it runs a little bit smoother on the Switch for like frame rate and resolution. I think it's just a little bit better on the Switch, but overall the game it's the same game, and it's like one of the more technically impressive games I've ever seen, just in terms of like how far you can see.
Oh yeah, this is one of those games that I'm like, well, now I have to get a Switch, you know?
Yeah.
I have
Breath
no
of the
choice.
Wild is I think it's the best Zelda game, and the reason I say it's the best Zelda game is because I think it is the closest to what, if you go back to like 1985 and you say, hey, Mr. Miyamoto, what do you want Zelda to look like in 30 years? He would say, I want it to look like Breath of the Wild. And that's what he'd say. He'd use those words probably. No, just kidding. But he would be like, oh, I would want it to be super open. I would want it to encourage exploration. I would want it to be just like the player sort of makes their own goals. I think it truly is the most Zelda of all the Zelda games. And I love all the other Zelda games. I think they're very fun. I love dungeon crawling, puzzle solving, open, like go out into the open Hyrule field to do stuff. But I think Breath of the Wild just really encapsulates everything that is an adventure, where you just like, you don't even know what's beyond the horizon. But once you get to the top of that hill, you know you're going to see a bunch of other things that are all going to be really fun to do. And man, I love Breath of the Wild. I could talk about it forever because I think it's like a true marvel of video game making.
Yeah, I remember seeing just video of it, and I'd be like, what is this? Like, what have they've done something amazing. Just, yeah, like the view, it was with a view that got me. I'm like, it can render that far away?
Yeah, it's crazy. What I would have liked to see out of, like, if they were going to make a sequel, which I hope they don't for a long time, because I would want a sequel to this game to be like a true, like, generational leap and not just like, we add some more stuff. But I would want them to do more of the traditional Zelda dungeons, because there's only like 4 dungeons in the game, and there are no enemies in the dungeons. It's all puzzle solving. And so I would like if they would put like 7 or 8 dungeons in it and make it a little bit more combat heavy too. I think that would be a really fun way to...
I didn't know that. I didn't know there were no enemies in the dungeons. And there's only 4?
Yeah. There's only 4 big dungeons where you get like a power afterwards. There are 120 shrines, which are like really, really mini dungeons, and those have some enemies in them and some combat challenges. And there'll be like 2 or 3 puzzles, and then that's it. And you get an orb, and with the orbs you can get hearts or more stamina. And so as you progress and do all of these shrines, you're getting like slowly better and better. You're getting more hearts, or you're getting more stamina. But yeah, it's really, really cool. And you can climb on anything. If you can just run across the map in a straight line, because you can just climb mountains. Just climbing. It's great. Yeah,
Man,
it's
they're really getting
super
it right.
awesome.
Nintendo really swung for the fences and got it with the Switch.
Yeah. They really crushed it on Breath of the Wild. So I do think it's very interesting that it's also on the Wii U, just because people tend to think of like the Wii U as like this throwaway system that doesn't have any great games. It has one of the greatest games, at least in my opinion. I think it's one of the greatest games ever made.
Well,
and it's
you
on
heard
the
it
Wii
here
U
first, folks. Tyler.
Yep. But people
Breath
think of
of
it
the
as a Switch
Wild.
game because it is a Switch game. Yeah. Breath of the Wild, super great. I need to play it again now.
Well,
But yeah, that's it. That's it as far as the main list. I had one honorable mention because I played this for the first time on the Wii U, and I think it's probably the best way to play this game is Mass Effect 3. It came out about 9 months after the game came out on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So this version had like the updated ending that they did, because everybody complained about how the ending was not great, and it still wasn't great after they updated it, but they updated it. But what's really cool about the Wii U version is they really use the gamepad pretty well in that, because I think people forget that the Mass Effect series is kind of a tactical shooter where you're shooting baddies, but you've got a squad also, and you can kind of order them around, but it's kind of a pain to order them to like tell them what to do, any more than just like, just do whatever you want, which is kind of how I play those games. But on the Wii U version, you can use the gamepad to draw routes and like really control your guys from like a top-down perspective of make it really more of a tactical like strategy game. And I think it's probably the best way to play the game, because it really gives you awesome control over all your all your friends on the battlefield.
That's great. Yeah, I had no idea that that's what you could do, because I remember trying to do that, and I've only played 1 and 2. I haven't played 3, and I've played a little bit of Andromeda. I need to get 3, but I also am torn between, do I just get 3 on Xbox One, or do I play it on 360 so I can have all my character stuff move forward, Which I'm leaning towards the 360 character stuff moving forward. I don't know if the updated ending, though, is in the original disc copy, or is it just like a DLC download?
It's a download. It's like an update. If you're playing on the Xbox One, I think it's just the Xbox 360 version, so you can probably still.
I could probably get my cloud save over or whatever.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because as far as I know, they didn't make a special version for the Xbox One. I think it's just backward compatible.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, yeah, what I've noticed when I play that game is I play it just like you do, where I'm like, oh, I should really send my squad out on orders, and I'm like, or I can just go through here by myself and wreck everything, which usually is how it works. So it's like, because I don't really play that on a hard mode. I just play it to move forward in the story, Yeah.
If you have a Kinect, you can. If you have a Kinect, you can voice order your friends around, which is cool.
You can. So you can just say bark orders, and people in the apartment next to you will think you're crazy. Like, this guy's very bossy next to me. Yeah, he's really being really mean to his friend who's a Krogan. Do you know what a Krogan is? Oh man, yeah. I really that should be at the top of my list is Mass Effect 3. I need to finish this game, and I need to see because I've really avoided all spoilers. I haven't looked up anything.
Oh yeah, I mean it's worth playing through. I think people were just expecting so much more. They just wanted the epic ending to the epic series, and it's just I don't know I don't even know what ending would be sort of satisfying in that sense.
Yeah, because it's such a big build. It's such a long game when you think about it. It's so huge, and there's so many choices to make.
Yeah, I think that's the other thing is that there's really only a few different ways that it ends, and it's but I made so many choices along the way, and it's well, I mean, it takes time to make all these different endings, and we're not going to give you a different ending just because you chose a different thing 3 games ago.
Just because you decided Shepard should eat steak for dinner instead of chicken doesn't change the course of the entire...
Right.
Although it would be space chicken. I don't know.
So it's chicken of the space?
Chicken of the space, yeah.
Yeah.
They call it Luna, chicken of the space. Okay.
So that's it. That's our Wii U list. I'm sure we're missing some stuff on there that I'd be happy to talk about if you want to shoot us an email at codexhistorypodcast@gmail.com. But other than that, that's where we're at the end of our Wii U coverage here, and it's kind of hard to look back on the Wii U still because it's only a few years. It's only been discontinued for 2 years, so it's hard to have a whole lot of nostalgia for a system that is not that old yet. So maybe we'll revisit it someday. When we're 10 years into Codex, we'll go back and we'll talk more about the Wii U again. But Mike, what have you been playing?
Well, this has been an exciting weekend for me because I'm in Spokane, Washington. I'm doing Comedy Club here, and the Comedy Club is partnered with a video game bar called Gamers, which is great, a barcade. And I have been playing Raiden, the arcade game, because they've been giving me free quarters. So I've just been playing that a lot. And then also at the bar, you can sit at the bar, and they have a TV with an SNES Classic hooked up to it. And that's really so last night I played Mario Kart with some friends, the Super Nintendo version of Mario Kart, and boy, is that a hard game because it's so flat. You know what I mean? I forgot about that. They kind of fix it for the Mario Kart versions for Wii and Wii U and Switch, but it's really hard to play that game on SNES. But it made me think that I need to get one of these classics because they also have a bunch of old RPGs I want to play. Earthbound is on that.
Yep. And Final Fantasy 3's on there.
Yeah, that's Secret of Mana, which is a game I've never played that I know is kind of a bigger deal. Also, they have some Mega Mans on there, which I think is really important. But yeah, I've been playing that, and then we've been playing a lot of Destiny this week. Before I left, I was playing Iron Banner with you because boy,
I need to get back into that.
I mean, tomorrow I drive back tomorrow, and I am planning on getting those bounties done
tomorrow night
because I want to get those bounties done before they disappear. But it's been really good. I mean, I'm enjoying Destiny now again. I think the missions they give you in between has been really fun. The Zur mission and then the story mission for the Drifter or the Vanguard, whoever you side with. I think that's a really cool way to keep you involved, but it's just been a lot of that. And then I did make a purchase that's going to change my video game life a lot while I'm on the road. So I'll be able to have more things to say when I'm on the road. I'll explain more next week, but I'm pretty excited. Yeah, pretty excited. So what have you been playing?
Sounds great. I have been playing Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Where all those things have rabies, right? Every single
where everything has rabies.
That's right.
Where all of the characters are rabid. So I think I'll be finishing that like today or tomorrow, maybe. I'm pretty far into it now, so I've been playing a lot of that, and I've been playing Destiny. And last night I was gifted a copy of the early access game called Risk of Rain 2.
Ooh, what is this?
I don't know if you played the original Risk of Rain.
No.
It's like a roguelike. It was a 2D side-scrolling roguelike where you gather items, you kill bad guys. It's 4 players. So it's really fun. But they're making a second one, and instead of being a 2D side-scroller, it's basically the same game, but they've made it like a 3D sort of third-person shooter exploration kind of thing. So you play until you die, and as you kill stuff and get money, you can buy items that make your character different, and there's like a bunch of different kinds of bosses you can fight, and it just progressively gets harder and harder and harder as you keep playing with your friends, and eventually you lose, and it's great fun, and you get some other stuff. I'm not really sure how the outside of game like progression works now, because I think there's some other stuff you can get, like every time you play you like get a little bit closer to unlocking a thing, but it was really fun. I played it for about 2 hours last night with some friends, and we had a great time, and so I'll probably be playing more of that. But that's pretty much everything.
Did you play it last? You played it last night, you said?
Yeah.
Oh man, you know that's cool is because it said here if you played the game prior to noon Pacific time on March 30th, you got a free copy to give to a friend. So maybe you were someone's friend and they gave you a free copy.
That is exactly what happened.
That's so nice. Friendship.
Yeah.
Pass it on. This game looks really cool. I should jump into this. This looks like something that would be up my alley.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. So I would be happy to play with you.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Let's be so much fun. Luna approves, the dog.
Yes, Luna approves. She's a big fan of Risk of Rain, too.
Yep, she's really into it. Yep. Well, thank you all so much for listening today. Sorry for the short episode, but also not sorry because Wii U is just not a lot of games. It was hard. We could find more to talk about, but I don't think it would be very exciting. So unless you want us to go through all the weird third-party things that didn't work. So I will say that next week is kind of up in the air, I think, right, Tyler? We're getting kind of close to, like, we maybe have some handhelds we can talk about before we dive in.
We got some stuff to talk about still a little bit, but we're getting close.
We're getting real close. I imagine 50. If we can kind of make it right at 50, so the whole timeline is episodes 1 through 50, that would be good. Even amount of episodes to show someone, be like, this is the timeline, 1 to 50. But after that, I'm super excited. And then also, as always, if you want to go onto Twitter and you can follow at me Coletta, that's me. You could follow Tyler at SneakerElf, ELPH, or you could send us an email at codexhistorypodcast@gmail.com. And I think that's everything for today. So Tyler, would you like to say bye to the listener?
I would like to say bye to the listener. Bye, listener.
Bye.
This has been a Podaholics Comedy Network presentation. Podaholics.com